Rue is now managing a strip club. Maddie is a manager of OnlyFans. Nate is just a terrible manager. And then Cassie tells us all about the kinks I didn't even know were a thing. All that and more on the next episode of Unbinged, starting now. Welcome to Unbinged, the podcast where we like to break down the shows and movies you like to watch. I am Sam Holt, of course, joined by Jagger May and Matt Kopfhamer. We're about to break down Euphoria episode 2 of the new season. Jag, can I get a spoiler warning?
We're about to spoil everything on Euphoria, so, you go do the homework like we did and suffer and come back.
Season 3 is definitely off to a great start. We are going through episode 2, and guys, this really started off well. I really liked your take on this, Jag, so I'd want to kind of throw it to you in terms of Rue's new position and how she ended up where she did.
It for real felt like a fantasy football trade, or like ended up like Hallie Roseman is just like, hey man, you fucked up, so I got to get one of your players, because it wasn't just like trading a product. That Rue had a real purpose. She was their best drug mule, so it not only hurt them for losing what they thought was financial compensation, but was like a future worker. So that's why I said it's like the Silver Slipper chicken heads acquire Rue Bennett from the SoCal Fence Leaguers. Like you straight up move teams. You were driving, so I was writing you a joke, actually. So if you threw it to me, I would have said that this was a racial draft trade. It's like, oh, the blacks acquire Rue Bennett from the whites, because that's what it fucking felt. But you can't say that joke.
That's why I wanted to just throw it all to you. So it was all too good. Kopf, how did you feel about watching Rue in this new role as a manager, watching her day one? Because I know that you do a lot of managing in your work as well, but I feel like this was a little bit different.
Yeah, a lot more different. I don't manage naked women. No,
Yes.
the only thing I could think of watching that scene was just like a clock in my head, like TikTok. Like, it's eventually she's gonna fuck up.
Yeah,
like, we've seen so much of Rue now that it's like, all right, this is only gonna last for maybe 2 episodes before she's gonna do something very, very, very dumb, and of course it's gonna come crashing down around her head. So any scene with Rue, there's a clock in the back of my head just going, when is she gonna mess up?
I mean, I feel like the mess up happened early, though, don't you?
Yeah. I don't know if you're talking about the same thing, Sam. So I'll just say like she's fucking with the product, and I mean that on both ends.
That was one of the first rules that she was given. Don't do drugs on the clock, and no
on the clock. She waited till after the clock to fuck the stripper. I'll give her that. I will give her that. It's not a good idea either way, but at least she waited until after the shift was over. So she followed the rules. Good on her.
Technically, she only kind of fucked her life and not so much her job. Like, she followed the handbook of like working in a strip club.
Don't shit where you eat. That's the big rule she forgot.
Can we say the quiet part out loud?
Yeah.
Is homie running like this Epstein type shit in there? He got cameras in there, fam. Like, is that
there's cameras everywhere up in there?
Is that normal?
Sure.
Is that normal for strip clubs to have those
no
cameras
idea.
in there? It doesn't feel like it should.
I don't
be
think.
normal.
I think that's a secret thing, just to keep like control of if something happens, they can see exactly what happened, and hopefully like if they have to dispose of a body. I'm guessing it's more like they're doing illegal shit by selling drugs at the club, so they have illegal surveillance cameras there to make sure everything stays above what they can control, I'm guessing.
Well, here's my suspicion is like, and granted, this is how you move drugs, is you give people a taste to show that you have some, and then he'll go and buy his own bag later, ideally. But the way that it was done, it felt really baity. And like, I don't know what this guy did or anything. They didn't tell us that, but it's just like, hey,
It could be blackmail.
Come do coke off my titties, So it's just like, well, I'm not going to not do coke off this girl's titties, Like, I can't even, like, blame the fucking poor schmuck. So that's why I was just like, I felt it was weird that there's, like, the cameras in there for that.
I mean, it could be multiple reasons. I think it's they're trying to make sure that they can keep control of a situation no matter what the situation is, because it's on their club. And then 2, possible blackmail material if you need it. So
I mean, definitely don't think that hurts to have. But also, I have heard that there are certain camera angles that are always positioned in strip clubs for the girls' safety as well, just so that if something were to happen and they need to document it, then obviously they can, because those be sleazy places. And if, customers are trying to mess with strippers or anyone in the club and there's a fight that breaks out, then you actually have to call the police. Then I'm sure there's reasons why you'd want to have that on tape. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there's got to be some logic, and we might have over-logicked it, but I did catch all the little camera angles of there's a lot of cameras around, and this is going to be one of those situations where I feel like this is kind of come back on Rue if she were to mess up even more in this new position.
If you guys know how a strip club works, let us know in the comments. I'm not going to Google that shit and fuck up my algorithm. So if you already know, it'd be helpful.
We've got plenty of other things.
I'll do the field research, guys.
Thanks, Carl.
You're in Florida. Go and take one for the team.
That's actually why he can't take one for the team. Oh, wait. Well, you could actually go.
I can go into the field. I can't do any online research.
I'm not going to send you in a strip club. I love you, bro, but that's like fucking over your friend. I'm not going to send you in them trenches, dog.
Oh my god. Jeez. Anyways, I do feel like Rue has gotten even deeper into the shit in this episode, and almost literally because she's plunging toilets as well. But in terms of getting more into the crime levels, it was interesting the way that they framed it, or that Alamo framed it, that if she were to take what was the Angel, if she took her to rehab, she'd get a promotion. And then we were talking a little bit off camera before we hit record. Kopf, I want to throw this to you. What do you think actually happens to Angel at this rehab facility? Because to me, the lights were too dark and it didn't feel legitimate enough as a rehab facility.
Seems like Angel's gonna take a similar trip that Tish took, and I think. Yeah, the reason that Alamo has these facilities on speed dial is because they're an easy way to dispose of problem workers, and that's what Angel became when she started, fighting management and then skipping shifts and cost them money. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Alamo is the type of pimp, in this case, that would literally have like a facility where it's like, oh, she OD'd, we try to get her clean, and then.
Yeah. Did you get that too, Jay?
They already hinted at it early. Homegirl had a fucking neck brace on. They said, like, take that shit off and get up on the stage. Like, they didn't give a fuck, man.
Well, she was trying to do insurance fraud, so, that's kind of her.
Yeah. little bit of both things. But what's interesting, too, about that scene that you called out, Kopf, and I noticed it, too, Jag, when you see Rue drive off in the van and you see that view of someone smoking a cigarette outside the facility, waiting for this other ambulance to pull up right after Rue, did it feel like there's going to be another character we get introduced to, or was that someone else that we've already met that's just making sure that Rue did the due diligence and dropped off Angel?
I think it's the white gang, man. They know that Rue works for them, and they literally call Rue, did they call her the R word? They called her stupid as shit. They have zero respect for her. And to be fair, Rue is a weak point, 100%, man. You let a tweaker in that can't handle. I only know the dude equivalent. If she was a dude who can't handle her dick and she can't handle her drugs, and she works in a strip club. You want to talk about weakness number one? It is Rue. And after Alamo, we could talk about this. This is some weak ass writing and kind of acting and directing. It's just all overall weak from Sam Levinson to be like, she called me a pig. I can't handle that. He didn't even seem really upset or weirded out by it. And then he's going to send in a fucking pig. So there's going to be this weird escalation. We're watching beef right now. This seems like dumb beef that's about to happen between both sides.
Spoiled beef.
Yeah.
Spoiled beef. That Euphoria's new name.
Gross. I just grossed myself out. Yeah, no, it definitely felt. I mean, I think that in all the trailers and all the teasing for this season, we knew that there was going to be some level of rivalry between these two gangs, if you will. And I agree with you, Jag. It felt like the writing was a little bit weak to cause this feud to actually be as bad as it's supposed to be.
This honestly, that scene what it reminded me of was an imitation of a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like Sam Levinson's trying to do a Tarantino where he has like all the bad guys around a table talking and be like, "Can you believe she called me a pig?" and then have a philosophical discussion, but it just fell flat. Like there was no charisma to that scene whatsoever. And so like when he threw it to Bish, like, "Do you ever recall being, or have you ever been called a pig?" He's like, "I don't recall," and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
That is the easiest way to bring it. It was all flat notes.
Cough, you saying that? I'm having that moment when you look at someone's shit drawing and you're like, it's supposed to be a giraffe. And you're like, oh.
Oh, that's what it is.
I see it now.
Yeah, like if a child drew a Quentin Tarantino movie from memory, that would have been that scene. And like now that makes sense to me.
If you squint really, really hard, it's like, yeah, I guess I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
He's a big fan of his work. I mean, they said going into this season, Sam Levinson did, that he really wanted this season to look like a Western. And I feel like we're going to get a lot of these types of, feels like plagiarized scenes from Tarantino movies or other movies that are of the same, kind of Western type of ilk.
Yeah, I can go on rants about directors jerking themselves off. It's like, oh, I love this, so I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it my way. Yeah, and it's like, cool, man. I'll watch whatever fucking midlife crisis you're having.
Jackson Pollock painting.
Yeah, dude, it's like a dude who gets into like fucking cars when he's middle aged. He's like, I'm divorced. It's time to get a Corvette, and then like this is like Sam Levinson's Corvette.
Season 3 is Sam Levinson's Corvette. He's just pouring it all in.
He doesn't want to openly buy OnlyFans, so he wants to make weird movies and scenes by it.
Fair.
Maybe he'll get a sponsorship by them.
Oh, jeez. Maybe. Well, we've got plenty more of that and OnlyFans to talk about as we go through the rest of this episode. But guys, I want to say thank you so much for liking and subscribing to all of our videos. We really appreciate you guys following along with us. And if you want to follow along for more, again, make sure that you like, subscribe, follow. And if you want to be one of our premium bingers, we'd love and appreciate you for that. But we're going to be bringing you Euphoria every Monday. Episodes 1 through 3 will be for everyone. But then we're going to be moving episodes 4 through 7 for our premium bingers. And then we'll bring back the finale for everyone. We've also got the Pit finale this week, so really excited about that. Plus, Invincible Season 4 is all for our premium bingers again, except for the finale. That will again be for everyone. Plus, we've got plenty more for you guys on terms of all content. We've got Beef Season 2 out now. We've also got Your Friends and Neighbors and The Boys. That's pretty much everything, and that is still a lot of shows for us. But guys, let's keep going in on this episode. We got to talk about Maddie and Cassie. We have their reunion. We knew that was coming this season, and at least we got it in episode 2. And I definitely feel like when you are meeting up with friends after high school and you want to see where they're at, it's definitely, I mean, at least I think that I've had in my life, sometimes it's fun when you have a rival in high school and you meet up with them and you feel like you're maybe a little bit better off, or you've kind of grown a different way than they have, or have changed, and you see that, you've experienced life. I definitely feel like Maddie was looking at Cassie in this entire moment of like, oh, you are exactly the same as you were in high school. Poor dear. Like that, poor girl. Did you guys feel that too?
I moved back to my hometown recently, and it feels good to be more successful than your peers growing up. So I feel so happy for Maddie. Yeah, Sam, I love that you pointed that out. Like, and especially you, like, you get girl rivalries more than me and Kopf ever could. I feel like they run deeper than even like pettier. Men just like will randomly crash out and fight.
Yeah, well, it's like
we're too dumb to be that cerebral.
Yeah. It's surface level. It's like, oh, you did something to me and I'm gonna punch you, and then we get over it.
Yeah.
Whereas women, it's like, you talk shit about me 6 years ago, I'll never let that go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like, you can forgive,
like it's on
and never
site
forget.
for dudes. For females, It's like I'm gonna be lurking in the fucking shadows, nigga. Like it's
guys will punch each other out and they'll get a beer afterwards and they're fine.
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
This
I
definitely
agree.
felt like, especially the introduction or the reintroduction of Maddie when she comes in the fur coat and like she does the power play of arriving late and
to
being
the meeting.
on the phone. Exactly. Like it felt very much like a Joan Crawford and Bette Davis situation where it's like you have these two rivals, except for one half of the rivalry is doesn't even know they're in one. Like they're too dumb. Like, oh, she just wants to be my friend. Like, can you believe it? She wants to be my friend and manage me, guys. It's great.
Does Cassie seem dumber to you guys?
She seems so dumb.
Like, I'm not saying Cassie was smart in season one and two, but she felt like someone who wasn't dumb. She just ran on emotion.
Yeah.
You know, but like not purely dumb. Now she just seems fucking stupid. And then like maybe is it time that's done this? And working in a bubble, she seems stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
At least in high school, she had a cunningness to her character that feels like it's missing this season. And even when she's like last episode when she's like, look, I forget the exact thing she said, but to the other wife she's like, don't underestimate me. And then she just bum rushes Nate without any subterfuge. Like her character feels like it's regressed and not in a good way. Like there's no cunningness to her character anymore. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like that because we get a visual representation of her literally being infantilized. And I don't know if this is supposed to be like a clever writing trick from Sam Levinson being like, yeah, she's also like a baby mentally now too.
I think that was him just getting away with putting something on film that he really wanted to see because I don't know how that really added to the story for me. Jag?
Didn't like it.
Nothing to me. Like I'm having... Nate seems dumber. Like Nate was doing like crazy villain shit. Nate was an incredible villain. Like say what you want about Euphoria, Nate was a fucking menace. Like season 1 and 2 Nate would body season 3 Nate. And like season 1 and 2 Cassie.
I have something to say about that. I'm sorry. So when his dad comes back, Jacob's coming back, it felt like we're watching The Boys at the same time. And it felt like Soldier Boy talking shit to Homelander, but it's Jacob talking shit to Nate, and they're both the softest, wettest babies. Like,
yeah, dude, yes. It's like you both suck. It's like you're like,
like both dude, not good.
When Jacob has the line of like, I'm not gay, and then Nate responds with, but you fuck dudes in the ass. He's like, well, it's not gay because I pitch instead of it's just like, what are we doing here?
I generate most of the power.
Here? Oh my god.
That was so dumb.
That whole scene was just so fucking upsetting because of how just childish it was. And God.
I do feel like going back to that dynamic, though, between both Maddie and Cassie, and you guys are really underlining the whole point that Cassie does seem dumber this season, and I feel like it's big part of that because she stayed with Nate and stayed in this insular bubble, this world where she doesn't need to see outside of herself, whereas
she's stunted.
She's stuck. Whereas Maddie, obviously, and we got all of this extra context this episode of, little moments of things that have happened, during the pandemic and Maddie moving out on her own and she's having to like go out there and fight and scrounge and be scrappy. And Maddie's always been someone that's been very independent. At least that was very consistent too. And so I love seeing her hyper independence in this of just creating her own business and doing all those things. And so she has this new knowledge and, ability to see what's going to be beneficial for herself and for others, whereas Cassie only sees what's going to benefit Cassie, not even what's going to benefit Nate, what's just going to benefit her. And Nate's the same, only what's going to benefit me. And then at the end of the night, they just go into the same bed like, don't you just love me for me and I love you for you? Yeah, we're great because we just love ourselves so much. And that's what's causing them to stay so stunted is they don't have that ability to look outside themselves.
It really
they don't challenge each other in the correct way. They challenge each other in the very toxic way. Yeah. It's just like, hey, can you not be a piece of shit? Yeah. Like, no, you're so poor. You're so poor. Like, can you illegal better, Nate? And I even think that she would say it like that because she's so dumb. Like, how she treats Maddie, where she's just like, oh, that's why I have you here. It's like, past Cassie, fucked Maddie's boyfriend, who she knew would kill her for months. Like, let's for the sake of comedy for an entire school season, she can move with more tact. Like that's to go back to that dynamic. And like maybe you are right, Sam, that like living in that bubble, you regress. It's like your eyes. You know, when you start wearing glasses, they just get weaker and weaker out in the wild without them. You know, and that's how so I wear glasses too, Kopf. I'm fighting for my life right now. Like I just
trying to force your eyes to be stronger.
Exactly, dog. I like to raw dog for at least 2 hours every night, dude, just to stay fresh. And
without glasses, let's clarify.
Without glasses, you're correct. I know I'm talking about Cassie right now, but like,
why?
I had to say it. She's dressing up as
Make
a
sure
dog.
you save the pigs in the blanket. Don't throw those away. That's like going in with this whole road dog conversation.
But throw the vegetables away. Throw the vegetables
away. Keep the pigs in a blanket.
That's very much like the millennials and like mid Gen Z kids growing up. And that, again, to prove your point, they are chicken nugget kids with money, dude. You know, they're fucking chicken nugget kids with money now. So like Cassie's just getting dumber, Nate is getting dumber.
Chicken nugget kids with money.
And going back to comparing Maddie and Cassie, Maddie feels like she's looking farther down the road, whereas Cassie is very much, I just want to get to the wedding. Like her, she's very much, what's the next thing in front of me? Where Maddie feels like she's looking many steps ahead. Yeah. And that's what's going to keep her ahead of Cassie, both figuratively and literally.
Absolutely. I mean, everything that Cassie has said up until this point, just in first 2 episodes, everything is leading up until the wedding date. She has not spoken of any plans of the future, not even like, oh, I can't wait for us to have kids or start a family or like anything even further down the line of just this relationship with Nate. Everything for her is the wedding. And even I think in the last episode she said, or Nate said, what have you got going on? She's like, the wedding. Everything is about this. Like, this is my life. Like her life is going to this wedding, which of course means that this wedding, something terrible and diabolical is going to go down in the middle of it. Cause I mean, it's them. So why would it go off perfectly and without a hitch?
I know my ex never is going to watch this. And if she is, it's purely out of hate. And I've already lost to begin with, but it's like, when we were planning our wedding, I was just like, what have I fucking done? I'm like, not this person. Like, I almost spent like $20,000 on a wedding. On my wedding, I'm like, that's egregious. $50,000 just on flowers. I'm like, man, like, maybe my ex is right. I am a fucking bum. Because I was like bitching about $20,000.
No.
Jesus. $50,000 for flowers feels egregious for anything.
Like why, dude?
So
what? How many people are gonna be there? Like,
if your whole life is about the wedding, then that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's prom for fucking people, like adults. It's adult prom. Like who's married, who's with who's the next eligible bachelor. It's like fucking dumb Bridgerton. You know, like for
don't come after the Bridgerton people because I love it. I'm
giving Bridgerton its respect. I'm giving its respect. That's a whole universe. That was fucking like that was Victorian. That wasn't dumb. You know, like now
it was elegant.
Yes, this is dumb, dude.
I'll go ahead and say it. The Victorian stuff was dumb too.
No, it was not. How dare you?
People were starving while they were partying. So fuck.
Well, there's problems with everything, I guess. But anyways,
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. On that point, I guess you're correct. But Bridgerton's a great show.
Wouldn't know.
Oh, big flex for you. Whatever. Anyways, I think we've pretty much covered everything to do with, you know, Cassie and Maddie and that back and forth. I feel like we're not done with seeing Cassie trying the OnlyFans thing out, though. I feel like that's going to continue to ride it out. Like, that's not, like, we're not done with this now that she's just deleted the profile that she showed her husband. Like, there's no way she's
done. That's where the money's going to come from.
I know. He's got to get this $100,000 by the end of the week. Where's he getting this money?
Yeah. Like, baby, get them titties out there. He's playing this game wrong, man.
I wonder if they're planning on having Rue meet up with Cassie at some point, and then Cassie gets in the strip it. I don't know if they'll go that far.
We're getting dangerously close to Nate trafficking his wife. I don't think.
That's what I'm saying.
Think these characters.
That's what I'm saying. I could see it happening if he's desperate enough. This man owes $600,000 to one person. We don't know who else he owes money to. He could get to the point where he literally becomes Cassie's pimp out of his desperation.
I don't think
I'm gonna give you credit, dog.
I could see it happening.
I get where you're going.
I'm gonna give you credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a half court shot. I'm just letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
That like you've made these before, but this is a half court shot. I just want you to know.
No,
We'll see what happens. I'm just saying I could see a path.
I think the easy shot is Nate's going to try and scrounge up money after this party with someone that doesn't know that Cassie's posting photos on OnlyFans and try and get that money and just turn that around to hand off. Otherwise, he's going to get himself in a lot of trouble. And based on all the little sneak peeks of, Nate getting into a whole bunch of trouble this season, it's going to come faster than we're ready for it.
What if Nate dies and Cassie is then left on her own?
That could happen too. I can feel like that absolutely makes sense.
That's the best thing that could happen to her, because all she's going to do is sit on that money, live on the interest, and sell her titties and not care about fucking plans and deals. She like, legitimately, at this point, Nate is better off fully investing in Cassie. Just invest, dog. Like get her better talent with Maddie. I'm being dead ass serious. They would make more money, and then they wouldn't have to worry about investors. They would become the investors at that point, and he doesn't need to be getting his
land deals.
Yeah. Exactly. Like he's doing this game wrong. That's where they lie to you too. Like, to go back to what we were talking about with beef cough, when you're a contractor, yeah, you can work your way up, but until you are not worrying about people investing in you, you're the fucking help. Right now, Nate is the help. That's why that one scary motherfucker, that Greek motherfucker, was in there like, you only give me $50,000 by Friday to see if we got trust, whatever. That is him flexing on the help who is now Nate. Go out and make my money, bitch. Go make my senior citizen home so I can grift off insurance, which is legal, actually. He's like legally grifting. But that's another pod for a different show.
Crime with Jag.
That's like crime 110. Like, that's way in the future.
That's legal crime, dog. That's a whole other professor. I'm not there yet.
Jeez. All right. Well, I do want to say, a quick RIP to Eric Dane. It was great seeing him in this episode. And obviously, we're all aware of the health struggles he was going through right up until the end, but he was still filming Euphoria. And he did have some really funny lines in this. So that at least they're giving him some good lines. And I know that we're going to get to see him in the wedding episode as well. So really enjoyed seeing him kind of back on screen, back to being Nate's terrible dad. But
he's being a terrible person. I feel like he's getting therapy, but he's so new in it that he doesn't understand. To go back to what Kopf was saying, to the whole, like, I'm not gay, I'm a power top. That's basically what he was saying.
I'm a hedonist. I was like, listening to this, I'm like, this is the worst kind of logic or justification you can have for anything that you've done, any wrong that you've done in your life.
Did I miss it? Was he in prison or he avoided prison?
He avoided it.
He avoided. According to Rue, he narrowly avoided prison. So curious as to how that happened. But I mean, obviously, everything in seasons 1 and 2 were that he was so well connected in the town. I'm sure that had to have played a part in it as well.
Probably called in every favor he could to avoid prison. Because remember, gang, there's 2 different legal systems. One if you have money and one if you don't.
One if you have money and one if you don't.
We won't even bring up race, because then you guys will downvote. I don't care.
Alfredo's on vacation. We do what we want.
Yeah. Riot cough. Right now, be a cough for like live where the Ted Lasso live.
No, you're like the 2 boys in what's it called? Talladega Nights that are just yelling anarchy across the backyard.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know what it means, but I love it.
Cough Alfredo's always telling us, like, you can't tell the listeners to go fuck themselves. And then, like,
like hell. Yes, I can.
I'm rearing back like Malfoy about to say Potter. I'm like, fuck. It's like,
oh, we need to make
Alfredo's
that a meme.
Gonna hate this when he edits this.
He's gonna love it. Are you kidding? So proud of us. Love you, Alfredo. All right. But we did get another character back. Really excited to see Jules back in the mix. And she is in her sugar baby era with a dope penthouse. And so in the notes here, I hear the main note. I'm guessing this is from Yukov saying, how the fuck does she afford a penthouse? She doesn't.
Yeah.
Her sugar
she went
daddy.
to art school.
Yeah, her sugar daddy pays for it. With the double life that they
nice.
lead. It's that simple.
I gotta get me one of those, I guess. Damn.
Proven again that Sam Levinson could barely write women who are successful beyond sex. Like, he got close with Maddie, but you know where Maddie works at? OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Lexi holding
so
it down for women everywhere.
I did enjoy Maddie's power move of showing up where that executive was eating lunch and then just like saying, you're going to give me a job. That was pretty awesome. But
That was dope.
sadly, that's where the good writing ended. But it's okay. Let's talk about Jules. She's back in the mix. And obviously, you know, Rue has talked about her throughout this entire episode as well in little moments of like, I don't even miss her. But like when someone says it so many times, it's because they do miss them. Right?
Yeah, it's the whole. I definitely don't think about them 47,000 times a day. Like,
No.
never.
Why would I?
No,
I
of course
don't think
not.
about them.
Like,
Them? No.
Come on. I've moved on. I'm on to Angel now.
I've moved on. But I should probably reach out and just like say hi. So
Yeah, of course. What's the harm?
what's the harm? What's the harm? So she's living it up, even having gone through art school, has this sugar baby set up. I'm curious to hear more about Jules' life and if it's just this one guy that she is with or what else she's got going on in her life. Because obviously, you know, I went to art school. You have to do other things to pay the bills. I became a graphic designer instead of just doing drawing and painting. But, you know, there's other things you can do too. It's just interesting to see the way that this episode closed up with Rue and Jules kind of reuniting, and that's taking us into episode 3 for next week.
Yep.
Yeah, they're taking a bath, getting clean.
Getting clean.
Of course, that's it. That's all they're
But
doing.
according to Rue, she's California sober, so she's not totally clean.
Yep, me too.
She's Arkansas sober, which she's on crack. It's like,
How did you guys feel about
It's the
seeing
kind-
these characters back together?
it had to happen.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the heart. They're supposed to be the heartbeat of the show, like their
Mm-hmm.
relationship. So it's weird not having them together.
Yeah.
But I'm also this reintroduction felt a little clunky.
Yeah.
Because like she had the flashback of like, oh yeah, we tried to get together in art school, it didn't work, and then they just followed the same play. And okay, what's going to be different about this time?
And I don't. Maybe everything's gonna be different because they have lived very different lives in the in between of, you know, Jules going to art school and living her life, but Rue also going through all the things that she's gone through and becoming a drug mule, and now she's working with Alamo.
But
like she's just so on the other side.
How is this any different than Rue in high school? Other than now she was a mule, except for, you know, she was still doing drugs, she's still crashing out, she was still going to rehab. Like, it doesn't feel like she has changed anything. Maybe Jules has, but I don't know. I just don't see what Jules has to gain from this relationship, unless you're going to tell me she's just that wrapped up in Rue too, which I guess can be something.
I agree with Koff. I have a friend, like, again, like from high school, a lot like Rue, not in good shape. The only thing that is incorrect about Rue is that she is alive and still attractive to anybody. Like, I'm just like, I'm not trying to be shitty, but
teeth. Like,
She's all
yeah,
about teeth,
that's the only thing that is realistic, man. It's not good because I literally thought, I'm like, it can't be that bad. And then you're in a crack house, you're like, this is terrible. And then you get out, and then you never talk to them again. Like that is the only thing that isn't realistic for the most part. Besides all the other things that are very unrealistic, is that Rue is alive, has all of her teeth, and her friends still fuck with her. Because like, what does Maddie have to gain and Lexi have to gain to hang out with a crackhead? I was like, I work in content. They're working in bigger budget money than I do. I don't want to hang. I literally thought, I was like, man, if I hang out with a crackhead, that'll kill my tiny
steal my
minuscule
stuff?
fucking career. Yes.
Yeah.
You steal my Mac, I'm crippled, dog. It's game over for me. I can't afford another one. You know,
and they will do it without hesitation because they are in the throes of addiction. Like, Rue has proven to her mom and her family time and time and again. She cannot be trusted with any amount of responsibility. I don't know. I just I don't get it. I don't see why Jules would want anything to do with Rue.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You're not a sugar baby. I know sugar babies. You know the first thing they do, abandon everyone they knew and loved for childhood.
Yeah. Well, I also feel like this, to kind of sum up this whole episode as well, we got a lot of little moments of context, which I don't know how you guys feel about that. I know that we always talk about writing when we're breaking down different shows for a lot of different reasons, but we don't want to be kind of dumped on all this information when it to like come up kind of naturally. How did you guys feel about how they were tying in what happened with the pandemic and all these different things and the riots and all of that into the different storylines? Was it just your immediate exposition? Did you feel it was an exposition dump? Your immediate thumbs down, Jag?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was what like 6 minutes of just her talk, like voiceover narration.
Yeah.
Of what happened in the past. And I get it. We had a 5-year time jump, so that's going to be almost necessary at points, but it just felt like there could have been more creative ways to present that information.
Yeah.
I talked to a lot of people about a lot of things. Kopf, was it you what we were talking about? Anything that you bring up COVID, if you watch old shows that have the weird COVID seasons, they're unfucking watchable. Like, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I don't care what side you were on. It sucked. Eddington, fuck that movie. And I love Ari Aster. But, like, God, like, I don't even want to, like, that was such a weird time for humanity, for everyone that, like, talking about it was just like, Sam, you should have cut that in post, homie. Just, like, you wasted everyone's time, and you already given me the ick. This just gave me an ick on a new level again.
New ick. Okay.
Yeah. The Corona ick.
Corona writing exposition dump ick. Very specific ick for Jag here. Good to know though. You feel the same way, Choff? All the way?
Yeah. I'm not creative enough to have a solution of what they could have done differently that would have made it better, but it just watching it, I was just like, can I fast forward? Will I miss anything? And I stuck with it, and I was like, I could have fast forward.
Yeah. Well, we can't.
Part Kopf, you don't. You just don't even fucking talk about it.
We move forward and we hope for better. What do we want to see, or what do we think we're going to end up seeing in next week's episode, in episode 3? Jag, I'll go to you first.
I want to see the wedding get planned. I want all of this to blow up at Nate and Cassie's wedding. I just watched the drama, ironically with Zendaya, and but with Robert Pattinson, and that's how that movie ended, with a wedding blow up. I want to watch that again, Sam Levinson style, which will be worse, less artful, and distasteful. But I'm here for it. Like, I want to see. Though. Probably more boobs. Like I said distasteful. That goes under there. Distasteful.
Fair.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I didn't say I like distasteful, but like maybe not in Sam Levinson levels sometimes.
Kopf, what do you want to see?
The opposite way. I want to see the escalation between Alamo and these white crackheads. Like, let's go. Let's get this drug war on the streets.
I mean, now they've resulted to like high school level pranking of leaving pigs at each other's houses. So that's it can only get up from there, right?
Let the hijinks begin.
Let the hijinks
Dumb
ensue.
beef.
Dumb beef.
Dumb beef. Coming next year.
Dumb beef. Stupid beef. Yeah.
Beef season 2.5. Dumb beef.
I think I'm hoping to get a little bit more context on what Jules has been up to in terms of how she's created this life for herself. Some more explanation behind the penthouse no one can afford and why she lives there. I also want to see a little bit more out of Lexi as well. We got kind of like a little bit of her story in the first episode. I want to see a lot more of hers, because in terms of, you know, how we've ranked these characters, even last week, just not only in their intelligence, but in the interest of their stories. I'm most interested in Maddie and Lexi's stories, and now Jules, because I just want to know, to fill in the blanks, what she's been up to.
It's because Jules is mysterious.
She's mysterious.
I actually hope we don't get that, Sam. I hope we get Lexi be like, you know what, fuck y'all. Just like everybody. Just like, fuck y'all.
I want Lexi to write a movie about her, everything that's going on. And then they can just do the whole, like, is this play about us joke one more time.
Sam Levinson is is Lexi, man. Like, because she's working on Euphoria, basically writing on it. And, like, it's like the show with the show. It's like a cycle. And inside,
Show and a
Sam
show.
Levinson.
Self-insert character.
Yeah. I've never
he's
seen
like-
a gender swapped self-insert before. Maybe I'm just stupid.
Well, he's doing it twice because you could also say that Rue is a self-insert character for him too.
Oh, the over-sexualization or the crack, or both.
It could be. So Lexi could be like his safe character. It's like, oh, this is me if I'm safe, and then Rue could be like, oh, if I did a different path.
Yeah.
And so you get the dual roles. Or I could be overthinking it. I don't know.
We could be putting more thought into it than even he put into it.
Yeah,
That's probably true, Sam. You're always the smart one.
Sometimes I can be mean. I take it back. I'm sorry, Sam Levinson. Maybe you have a bigger plan that we just haven't seen, and we have to watch all 8 episodes for. But
I don't know. I had to watch that stupid couple fuck in front of a swastika flag. So I don't think there is more thought.
oh yeah, that was awful. Sadness. Well, on to hopefully better in episode 3. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to watch Unbinged. For Jag, for Kopf, and myself, thank you so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow for more, and we will bring you more episodes of Euphoria next week. Have a good one. Cassie's just teaching us all about the kinks that none of us knew people had. So that'll be that.
I actually knew they had it, but
I didn't know.
you
Just
didn't
a
know.
sweet innocent.
To be fair, I didn't like the way that Cassie said it is like, I'm doing it right now. But like, I figured that like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You're right. No one should know about this. Like the fact that
Yeah,
I
I missed
know,
it.
that just shows that I'm a little fucked up.
I missed something. Sorry.
All the
Wow.
kinks
Oh,
that
I-
Maddie was talking about, the baby kinks.
Being an adult baby, like not knowing about it. Like I just
I-
told Sam, I was like, oh, you don't know about adult babies? And then I was just doing the
You
same
just
thing.
you
that
checked yourself
Cassie
like,
was-
oh.
See,
Yeah, I
that's
was
weird.
like-
I learned about this from an episode of fucking CSI back in high school. Like the original
I remember
CSI
that episode.
had an episode
I
about
thought about
this.
it too.
Mine is like,
Oh.
you ever see something weird and you just like, I know this is fucked up, but I gotta know what it is.
I gotta learn more. Yeah,
Yeah, like
I gotta
like,
understand.
like
I gotta try to understand at least something about this because otherwise it'll eat me away.
yeah,
Either
like
way.
I wasn't looking for adult baby stuff, but then I was like, hey, are you into adult babies? I'm like, no, but what is that?
So,
No,
so,
what
so the
freaks
ad
are?
worked on you. Are you interested in adult babies? No, but I want to learn more. Click.
Their conversion rates must be terrible because it's just like most of those gotta be people that's just like, I gotta know, man, what's an adult baby? And then you
It's like I think I know what this is, but I gotta click to make sure because otherwise, you know.
and you nailed it. That was my experience. Was 100%. That's like, this isn't what I think, and then it's just like, holy fuck, it's exactly what I thought it was.
It's so much worse.
Yes, dude.
All right. All of
Yeah.
this should be
So
in the
na-
episode.
That's gonna be.
Oh, we're
and that
we're
right there is
recording.
the cold open, or not cold open, the
After
post
credits.
credit. Yeah.
This is for all those who subscribe. We bring you the good stuff. No, just don't let them into our text message thread.
God no, man. I'll get canceled. Not even on purpose. I say things just ironically.